The B-side in boxing.
B-side shit.
B-side.
B-side.
And the B-side.
You got a B-side.
The B-side.
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 That B-side thing.
This is the B-Sides Boxing Podcast.
Let me get the timer. Recording is running. All right. Boxing B-Sides. We are back, bitches. Here to talk the fights. I'm joined by the homies. Saul, how goes it? The one and only. And Josh.
What's up?
Well, we did, as you may have noticed, we didn't have Saul the last couple of weeks. So you wanted to get some stuff off of your chest?
Oh yeah. Hello everybody. I'm sorry for my bad audio. Fire, that's all I'm gonna say. Fire. Last week when I missed. I'm gonna talk about the Inoue fight. Great fight. Tale of two halves. Let's go Bam. For the Benavidez fight, holy shit. Benavidez, you are a fucking king, dog. You gotta fight Bivol or Optaya, and you'll become a legend. If you beat him, you become a legend. Good shit. Zurdo has the heart of a champion. Huge heart. But who else has a huge heart is Fabio Wardley. I gotta give it all up to you. You did not go down. In the words of...
We're gonna be talking about Fabio Wardley in a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's this episode.
That is this one, yeah.
Spoiler alerts. Okay, spoiler. I'm sorry. You cut that out.
I can't believe Let's Go Bam is the conclusion we got from that fight.
I had to go to detail, but
no, that's you don't need detail. That's a bad take.
No, because Bam and Inoue are gonna might be fighting. Let's go Bam.
No. Turkey and his action figures play together.
Well, guess what? Inoue, you're crazy. Nakatani, you're also crazy. Good on you both. Nakatani, you could have done a little more in the beginning. You probably could have won the fight, honestly, if you did that. Inoue gassed out really quick. At the end. Never seen that happen.
Gassed out quick at the end.
I can't. I have to rush it. That's why. I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is only slightly better than my regular takes.
If we had Inoue versus Bam, and just for the sake of the point I'm about to make, what if Bam wins? He gets like a monstrous knockdown or knockout. Would the GIF be "Let's go Bamden"?
Yeah. The GIF would be like, no, the GIF would be a PowerPoint.
There you go.
It would have to be a PowerPoint. It'd have to be the Dalton Smith, Subriel Matias one.
1 second per frame.
Yeah.
We like that here.
Too funny. We're not talking MMA today because we've got plenty of fights to talk about. But
this is a good episode.
If you want, Ultimate Effing Casuals, wherever you're listening to this, you can get that for all your MMA needs. Let's see, into the news and shit. First things first, the boxing survey continues. I'm not stopping until I get at least triple digits of respondents. bxng.co/survey. I'll stop harping on it now. The Muhammad Ali American Boxing Revival Act, I will not stop harping on this one until it's fucking signed in. Hopefully not, but if it's until it's signed into law, that's when I'll stop talking about it. Right now, we have the opportunity. Go to lvxmedia.net/bsides, and there's a link there so you can find your senators, find their contact information, use the blurb that's on the website if you don't know what to say, or if you have your own points, go for it. We can't let them get away with fucking up our sport. Everybody knows, we probably more than most, that it needs help. This shit ain't it. So if you can, do. All right. One bit of news that I found incredibly stupid, but I wanted to talk about it. Jaron Ennis, as we know, is scheduled to fight Xander Zayas. Xander Zayas currently holds the WBA super title, I think it is. or he holds the full championship. Jaron Ennis had to vacate his interim title in order to be eligible to compete for the full title.
Interesting.
Is this fucking are you tracking? Does this shit?
It's the WBA, dude. Like,
God. Why am I still getting myself heated up about this?
it's the WBA. This is pretty standard.
Standard bullshit. Like the interim title is essentially its own belt now.
Yeah.
God.
Hey, you know what? Virgil Ortiz is the undisputed champion of those. So.
Motherfucker. I was gonna try to divert the conversation until I knew it was
the
coming.
second he said interim belts, it was over.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Why would they do that? But what reason did they really give for that? Because that's bullshit.
It's just to make it available for someone else to fight for it.
But the thing is, if he loses, I mean, come on.
Then he has nothing.
Exactly. I think that if he wins, he's gonna have the belt. If not, you know what I mean? He's got to lose it anyways. It's pretty silly.
I don't know, man. It's just WBA nonsense.
It's pretty bullshit.
The most storied of the organizations is now the fucking dumbest.
Well, it's always been like that. Like, the thing is, like, the whole reason the WBC and IBF formed was out of protest for the WBA, pretty much.
Well, it used to be the NBA.
No, the NABF, but then they formed the WBA because they wanted to be more global. Then corruption and bullshit reigned rampant, so you got the WBC, and then corruption reigned rampant there, so now you have the IBF. And then the WBO was just because Europe wanted to feel more represented.
And they wanted to do whatever Bob orders.
I was going to say, they wanted Bob Arum to be more represented.
Yeah. Well, and Frank Warren.
Yeah,
Warren Boxing Organization.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, that like the WBA has literally always been like this. Not for a second has it been like scrupulous.
Yeah, but they're also called the We Blow Out organization too. So,
We Blow Al is a great name.
I have never heard that. That's a good one.
I have heard of We Blow Al.
Yeah, I have not coined it. Whoever coined it, please step forward. If not, I'm gonna coin it.
No one's stepping forward for We Blow Al. Anyways,
is anyone stepping forward for Steve McKenna, who joins Zuffa? Will be making his debut on the early June Zuffa 7 card.
Is that the guy who looked grouchy as fuck on his little poster?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, I've never seen less excitement for boxing than with Zuffa, which is really funny to me.
Because we all fucking hate it.
Yeah. Well, I know that, but it is funny. Doesn't make it less funny that everyone hates Zuffa. Like, nobody gave it a shot even for a second, even the biggest degenerates.
Yeah, which is funny. The biggest degenerates will get fucking the IBA shit chance.
Yeah,
IBA Pro.
IBA Pro. They'll light up for anything.
Oh boy, Bivol's gonna fight? Hell yeah.
I can't wait.
That's next episode.
Yeah, that'll be next time.
Wish you guys should have told me too.
Nah. In other news of shit nobody really cares about, Galal Yafai is injured, and he's pulling out of the card on June 6th. So
I actually care about that because it affects my buddy Ricky Sandy.
How is that?
Ricky Snakey?
Well, no, because Ricardo Sandoval is not gonna fight. That's why.
Ah, okay. Well, then look at that, Galal. You've disappointed at least one person.
Yeah.
Well,
Ricky
his
Sandy.
whole country, because he got knocked out. Well, not knocked out, but he got blown away by one of my people. So, easy.
Juice to the gills, though. Wasn't he?
Yeah, but they all juice. They all pull out. They all juice.
They all pull out, they all juice.
Ryan Garcia versus Conor Ben has been confirmed by Ryan Garcia himself. It's looking like it's going to be a go for September 12th.
On Jimmy Fallon.
On
which
Jimmy
is
Fallon.
Hilarious.
That's pretty cool though. You don't really see fighters a lot on big time TV like that.
Yeah.
I gotta say that's some good publicity. But it is Ryan Garcia, so he already has kind of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
publicity.
like
He has the gravitas.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool to see like the nighttime shows having a boxer on. That's pretty cool.
mhm.
Yeah.
Clarissa Shields will not be at any MVP events ever again. Barred because she got into what did she do to
She
Alicia
slapped
Baumgartner?
Alicia Baumgartner like the Chris Rock incident.
Yeah.
Was it Chris Rock?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chris
Will
Rock and Will
Smith.
Yeah,
Smith.
Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith.
That was basically that.
I did not like. I went on social media for 1 second to see what they were saying about it, and I turned that shit off immediately.
Yeah,
'cause I
bro,
knew
you
what-
went
Yeah.
on Twitter to see what people were saying about Clarissa Shields. That wouldn't
Yeah,
have changed.
and I
That wouldn't
saw
have
some.
changed. That wouldn't have changed even if she did nothing.
She could have hugged her
Yeah.
and wouldn't have changed.
Yeah, we'd still. So
They would have been calling her some interesting names.
I don't know.
I've seen some interesting things, and I forgot how racist we can be sometimes. Not
I
we,
think-
but the box
Yeah,
community.
I was like, I think people are doing too much regardless for this incident. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that big of a deal.
It's not like they were gonna fight, right?
No, never, because
Not likely.
yeah.
Yeah. Clarissa Shields just mad because it's Alicia Baumgartner. Are you kidding me? Hater. Let the hate continue. Lomachenko coming out of retirement. He looks like he's trying to fight Emmanuel Navarrete,
That's gonna be a hilarious fight.
the ballerina versus the construction worker.
Ugh, wait, that for the nutritionist though is just.
That's a
I
different
don't think it's
beast.
good news. I don't think it's good
Yeah.
news here. He's no longer sipping a beer during Zoom interviews. It's over.
I got a really unpopular opinion about that fight. I'm sorry.
What is it?
I think Lomachenko's gonna win.
It's not unpopular. Navarrete, it's literally like Nav's like the discussion on Nav is basically like Mexicans who support him or like realists who like saw him rig the scales against Liam Wilson and still barely win.
Yeah.
As much as we joke about him with a nutritionist, like he is still very sloppy and his footwork is dog shit.
Yeah. But
So-
we all saw him against Dennis Branchik, and he lost.
Like it just
So-
depends on how washed Lomachenko is.
I got a feeling he's not that washed in the sense that like he's had a lot of wars. He's been like
It's ring
crazy
rust.
knocked down.
Yeah,
It's
but
ring
he's
rust.
also-
That's really good.
I feel
Yeah.
like he's also got the miles on the clock. We haven't seen them in the professional ring, but you have to remember he spent way too long in the amateurs.
400 fights or some shit.
Yeah, like those are miles on the clock because like you're sparring for every single one of those fights and everything. Like it's a lot of mileage
sure.
we don't see. That he might, and he already like. I'm not saying he ever looked washed, but I'm also gonna say we never really got like a peak version of him. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, yes, yeah, I get you. I just think
So-
that Navarrete losing to Branchik was not the best Ukrainian fighter.
Yeah,
You know?
it can go either way. It depends a lot on both guys.
Mhm.
Which is such a fence-sitter answer, but like genuinely, Lomachenko could show up looking like dog shit, and we'd have to eat our words here if we predicted he was gonna win.
Is this going to be at 130 or 135? That's the thing.
130, I believe. I think Lomachenko
Yeah.
wants those titles.
Yeah. Yeah, 130 is a bit more populated now. He only wanted 135 because that's where the guys were for it.
I mean, if he becomes champion again at 130, that's pretty crazy against Navarrete.
Yeah, that's
They're
pretty
coming
cool.
off one of his best wins.
Yeah.
But I also think that, like, you guys have a good point about Navarrete. He has a good chance of winning. Doesn't have much ring rust.
Yeah,
So.
and he seems to be more on the up and up instead of
Yeah,
like
he's dialing in.
he was
Yeah.
already slipping a bit, and then how many years has it been? 3?
I think so.
3 more years on the clock, so might not turn out the way people really think or want.
Only thing is that, like, Nunez was it's a big win. It was a very dominant win, but like Nunez is like tailor made for someone as
for him to
unorthodox as
succeed.
Nav. Yeah, absolutely.
From forward.
Yeah,
And Lomachenko is unorthodox in his own way.
yeah.
But Lomachenko was kind of already on the way down, even after the Teofimo fight. After the Haney fight, he really, like, he takes a long time. He took a really long time to start on that one. This one, he's probably gonna do the same thing.
I mean,
I get. He's always kind of been like that, but in the Haney fight,
I do want him to get past Nav.
Yeah.
I do think there's more amusing ways. Like, even if you don't like Lomachenko, I think there's more amusing ways for him to lose and go out than sad.
Yeah.
What about the possibility of him fighting Tank? That's
That's exactly what I was gonna say by more amusing. Like, if you're like I shouldn't come back, I fucking hate him, he's Reddit's darling, like that mindset. Like, wouldn't you rather like
Tank be the one to knock him off?
like Tank fries him instead of like Navarrete? Like, it's pretty sad.
Well, Tank's already coming off a year away too. But that's a good amount of ring rust.
It's more compelling. That's what I'm saying. It's a more compelling type of encounter than him going outside with Nav.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think a Tank fight would be the more exciting fight.
It's a hater's dream, honestly, because you can.
Yeah.
Everyone has their reasons to dislike both guys more than like both guys.
I would love for him to fight Tank just because I just want to see that fight.
Yeah.
I'd
So,
like
you
to
know,
see
the
a
fight-
win or lose against Nav.
The fight we lost out upon like years ago was definitely Mikey and Lomachenko.
Oh Lord, I was.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's the fight. That's
frothing
the
at
fight.
the mouth for that one.
That's the real fight we're like missing. Like, all of this is definitely a consolation for Mikey and Lomachenko. That was
And for a small
fight.
time, Mikey and Crawford too.
Mikey was probably gonna cook Lomachenko if he showed up at his best. But Top Rank, I blame Top Rank for that.
Well, that's why they're in the position they are today.
Yeah, that's why we're on Tubi and piggybacking off the zone instead of
Yeah, what they used to call Dog Zone.
yeah. So
Dog zone.
I remember that fucking Bob interview. Well, I like to call them Dog Zone. They don't make any good fights on Dog Zone, just British fights. I will never send another American fighter overseas.
Classic Saul.
a classic.
Yeah, that's Bob. That's Bob.
Yeah, that is exactly what the type of shit he would say. He did say that, right? Whenever
Yeah,
Catterall fight.
like, the Catterall Taylor fight.
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
Let's see. I don't think there's any news I'm missing. I had an extended period of time where I got to browse through Instagram, where I usually pick up the hot news.
Yeah. Some for some reason.
For just had time on my hands.
Yeah.
Let me get some notes out of the way here. Let's see. If you want to join us in the chat, you want to hear who some of these characters we talk about sometimes are, lvx.be/discord. I sometimes mention Patreon time. That's usually stuff we talk about before the podcast starts. In today's case, we had a little extra time. That's going to be up exclusively on Patreon, lvx.be/Patreon. Pick yourself up some threads, lvx.be/shop. And your spiciest takes. I fucking want all of them. 833-589-7637. Hit me up in WhatsApp. What do you think about Lomachenko coming out of retirement? Or does Galalia Fies pulling out of the fight upset you? Does that like ruin your Saturday? 833 Lux Pods. Let's be real. Building or rebuilding credit can feel like trying to open a door that's already locked. You need credit to get credit, right? It's a loop that doesn't make much sense. So, meet Current. It's the key that actually fits into that lock. Current doesn't just help you build your future, it helps you handle your right here and now. Unlike most secured cards that lock your cash away, Current offers a cash advance feature that's available on qualified direct deposits. Because life doesn't wait for your credit score to go up before the card needs a repair or the electric bill needs to be paid, Current loves to give a good head start by putting money back in your pocket. Set up a qualified direct deposit of $200 or more with Current and you'll get a $100 bonus right to your account. It's $100 just for signing up. No jumping through hoops, no hidden traps, just a path to better credit, cash when you need it, and $100 to kick things off. Go to lvx.be/current and get signed up today, or use referral code LEONARDA798. Is there anything worse than that nagging suspicion that you clicked on the wrong thing? We use our devices for everything now, for banking, shopping, connecting with friends and family, and it's stressful to have to constantly worry if your data is safe while you're just trying to live your life. Good security shouldn't be complicated, and it definitely shouldn't slow you down. That's why I'm excited to tell you about Malwarebytes. It's the next generation of security designed to give you complete peace of mind without requiring a degree in computer science to use it. You just set and forget. With Malwarebytes, you install it once and it just works. It provides top-tier protection against malware, spyware, ransomware, all the hits, all the big ones, all the nasty stuff. And it even cleans up existing infections and optimizes your device. It's like having a security expert monitoring your devices 24/7. I spent nearly 20 years in the IT industry and I trust Malwarebytes for all my security needs. Go to lvx.be/mwb, shop the different subscription tiers. You got single devices or family plans. You can look at their VPN option and ad blocking. Try it risk-free today. lvx.be/mwb. Get yourself a nice discount and help us out in the process. All right, into the recaps. Really quickly, No Limit. This was an Australian card in New South Wales. Just some select fights. Jack Bowen stops Tonga Tongo in 2. Just fucking best name ever.
What a name.
Yeah, had a chance to talk to him like via his management. He's a pretty cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
Real chill Islander guy. Joshan James, Pro Box alum, drops the decision to Callum Peters, and Nikita Zhu retires Oscar Diaz after the 6th. Is Nikita the better Zhu brother right now?
Boy, he's kind of the only one.
I guess he's the only one who's doing anything, so yeah.
Did we talk about Spence Zhu being made?
No?
No.
I thought we were going to talk about the next one.
YOLO, that's what we're doing.
That's true, it is in there, yeah, let's do it.
Let's keep it rolling. This one, that was a Shinada card. Taken at Korakuen Hall. There was a big upset. Ryota Muto stops Kenji Fujita.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, May 8th. This is just a guy that I like to keep up on. Ivan Zuko stops Emiliano Puchetta in the 4th. He's a super middleweight contender for a bit, and then he had kind of slipped on a banana peel.
Callum Simpson, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he can build himself back up. But
Okay.
Saturday, May 9th. Holy shit, boys. I'm going to knock some stuff off really quick. Gavin Gwynn, majority decision over Khalil Majid. Bradley Ray stops Liam Cameron in 4. Jack Rafferty retires Ekau Essuman after the 6th. Zach fucking Chelly knocks out David Morrell in 10 in the closing fucking seconds, closing minute. Knocks out David Morrell. He's out on his feet. Dead man walking.
We don't have to say it, dude. This is obviously probably the knockout. The upset of the year.
This is an upset. I was gonna
Fucking
say,
absolutely.
Zach Chelly teaching David Morrell a boxing lesson. Who would have thought?
Zach Chelly had work on Monday.
He
Following
literally works as a fucking supply teacher, man. What the hell?
Poor guy. Poor
What
guy,
the hell
David.
even happened here?
Can I gloat a little bit? Can I gloat?
Fuck no.
I'm gonna gloat.
No, I'm kidding.
Go
I'm
for it.
gonna gloat. Fuck you. I'm gonna gloat. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I was calling David a fraud. I was not calling him a fraud, but I was saying that David Morrell hadn't fought the best competition. That if he fought Callum Smith, I think Callum Smith would have beaten him. And I truly believe if they fought that night, that Callum Smith probably would have beaten him.
Mhm.
I was surprised as much as you were when fucking Zach Chelly. Zach, who the fuck is Zach Chelly? Type shit, you know?
He's the British
He got you.
light heavyweight champion, or he was, I think.
Was
No, he's a teacher. That's who he is. Now he's a legend.
Hmm.
But man, that's crazy to see that live. David Morrell getting knocked out by a teacher. Fucking nuts.
Just brutal, man. I don't know what was up with Dave Morrell either. He was in like first gear.
Fucking pitter patter, lollygagging.
He seemed completely off. This was his first fight with Ishmael Salas, right?
You just looked like you just didn't look fully there.
Yeah,
Like,
something was
especially
off
'cause,
about
like,
him.
the broadcast will say, "Oh, Chelly was ahead and topped it off with a knockout." No, Chelly won like the 2 rounds that he was beating the shit out of Morrell in. If Morrell had made it through that last round, like Morrell was in first gear and still pretty handily outboxing Chelly. He just got really sloppy and lazy late.
Yeah, he got sloppy late is a good way to put it. Like, he started slipping up. Like, I don't know, did he just expect he was gonna cruise to an easy win here, and then
I
just
don't know.
fucked up?
Well, now he's just in limbo.
How do you come back from this?
You really can't, because like Chelly's not doing a fucking rematch.
Hell no. He's riding off to the sunset, or he's going to take this and try to negotiate himself a bigger fight.
Well, this is Munguia's Bruno Soros. Oh, this is Morrell's.
Chelly's
Soros.
just Chelly like he just leaped the rankings at 175.
Oh yeah.
Like he gets a big fight, and Morrell just, my God, this is a years long setback for this man
Oh yeah.
because he couldn't keep it together for 10 rounds.
He was already set back by the caveman. Now he's really set back by the teacher.
Well, because I kind of have like whatever, like yeah, like it wasn't a great performance, but also like one guy was literally drinking Jarrell Miller's blood.
The entire pharmacy via blood
Man,
transfusion.
Who gives a shit, right? Like he's drinking the pharmacy and like stuff that gives the rats tumors or whatever. But what are we doing here with
Old
this
Morrell.
stuff? Yeah, like what are we doing here? There's no point really to this.
Checking the sanctioning bodies to see if Zach Chelly has made a debut. These may not be up to date because WBO still has David Morrell as number 1. So I don't think these have been updated.
No, probably not.
Yeah, I don't see Zach Chelli on here. Oh well.
No.
Yeah, I think you put it. I think it's a nice way to put it. This is Morel's Bruno Saras.
Yeah, but like Saras, I think he fixed it. Whatever. Like the perception is that he fixed it. You know.
Yeah.
No way, nothing here. Nothing to do with that here.
Something that makes the Saras situation a little different that I had pointed out to Shinada was that Saras was, say whatever about his record, he was still a professional fighter. Whereas
this
Zach
is just some
Chelli
guy.
is just some fucking dude.
Literally some guy. No, that'd be mean. That'd be mean. I was about to say, it's like if this Japanese superstar got knocked down by a Lyft driver, but no, I would have. That's that's a little too mean. Because at least Cardenas was a professional boxer at the time of that fight.
Yeah, Zach Chelli was
Just he literally was a guy just clocking in to get knocked out.
Oh well. We'll see
God,
what
imagine-
Morel's gonna do from here. Fuck.
Or we won't. Back to Pro Box for 3 years and forget, buddy.
Will we forget? Daniel Dubois stops Fabio Wardley in the 11th to claim the WBO heavyweight title.
Someone finally did it.
Someone beat the slot machine.
Someone finally did it.
I'm glad. I mean, it would have been funny to see Bobby Wardley win and fight Usyk, but I mean,
No, it wouldn't have.
it would have been pretty. No, it would have been
don't
pretty
lie.
funny. It would have been. No, I don't think. I
would've
wouldn't
preferred
say it would have been
that.
good, but it would have. I would have preferred it too because, I mean, we already seen him fight Daniel Dubois. At least it's another new fighter. But that's pretty fucking funny.
Just, oh my god.
That was a great fight that honestly pissed me off at the end because there was multiple factors that were playing into Wardley getting fucked.
Yeah.
It was Howard Foster's not incompetence, but I would say his what do you call it?
Criminal negligence.
Criminal
Is
negligence.
a hilarious way of putting it. I think it's you know when you make a deal with Baphomet and he comes to collect.
Yeah.
That's Howard Foster.
Oh, a Faustian bargain.
Yeah, Faustian bargain. Yeah, it was like, let's be real. Foster probably should have stopped that way sooner, but also he shouldn't have stopped Parker. So,
Well, there's the reason why you stopped Parker and didn't stop Wardley early. Because honestly, my theory is that Howard Foster probably favored Fabio Wardley.
You think he's
In
a
my
gambler?
opinion. Not a gambler or something, dude, because he really let Wardley fucking almost die in that ring.
listen, man.
Fucking like Jake LaMotta. You never got me down, Ray.
Oh
You
my
never
God.
got me down.
Nah. I was like, you know what, man? Whatever. This would not be like top 10 worst Howard Foster moments, really.
That's probably been way worse.
Cause I was gonna say Wardley at every point still kept throwing back. He's never really able to defend himself. Defense was never something he was taught.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like, yeah. So like, if you're gonna go by he can't defend himself, then like don't even let him in the ring. This guy cannot defend himself. But he was still throwing back.
One thing I gotta say too, Ben Davison, incompetence.
Well, yeah.
That was horrible to watch, and I also think he also had his own pride in there. He had the story with Don Charles before. He had AJ, his previous fight with Don Charles fighter Daniel Dubois. I think he also had a little bit of a play in there too. That he had some ego in it. He wanted to defeat Don Charles. He wanted to defeat the guy that beat one of his fighters, and he didn't. He almost got his guy killed because of it. I mean, that's kind of exaggeration, but I mean, still, your guy can get killed like that.
Run it back.
Long-term damage. I mean, I do want to see that ran back. It was a damn good
Wardley
fight.
actually activated the rematch clause, so
Almost
we are
immediately.
running it back.
And you know what? You know what? Too, another thing too. I gotta say, Fabio Wardley for the first like round or two, fucking, he had a decent game plan, but then once he got the knockdowns, he just kept spamming and spamming and spamming. He wasn't patient.
Wasn't setting anything
And-
up. Abandoned the jab. Abandoned the body. Just fell in love with his own right hand.
Exactly. That first round, he had a great game plan. He was doing short shots perfect, and he was beating Daniel Dubois. But then Daniel Dubois held it together, and let Wardley just fucking tire himself out. And you know what? At first, I was getting pissed in the fight because Daniel kept smothering his work. What I thought he was smothering his work, but in reality, he was tiring Wardley out. He was Jesus. I'm so sorry. Ooh, I was yelling yesterday. I had a fucking what do you call it? My voice cracked. I'm sorry. No, yeah, he was tiring Wardley out. He came in 10 pounds heavier than usual and put all his weight on fucking Wardley. And I mean that obviously did have an effect on him until the very end. I think that's how he won his fight. That was very, very smart. Very, very intelligent way to fight.
Man, you already outlined a lot of the points that I had. And what I had already mentioned, like the Fabio Wardley, he came out okay, but the second knockdown, I think that was the catalyst for his downfall. Was Dubois, like you said, was kind of like leaning on and tying up Wardley and leaning on him. And Wardley, I don't know, like I said, did he fall in love with his right hand? He was just spamming quarters into the fucking slot machine, and not a single one was hitting, and nothing was landing. And something that kind of it miffed me a bit was Ben Davison on social media saying, like half of the coaches, or like most of the coaches that are questioning my decision to keep Wardley in the fight haven't even operated like as close to the level as I have. Like you're just lucky that fucking Tyson Fury felt bad for you.
That's true. Well, no, Tyson Fury was fat as shit and needed like a boxer size coach. That's it. It's literally it. He needed a guy to help him lose weight, and that's his entire career.
That's how you got into this position. Anytime, I have yet to see him have a successful fighter. Tyson Fury doesn't count because he was good on his own.
Yeah, like Lee Wood barely counts, but that's more strength of will for Lee Wood. I remember they fucking right after Lee Wood like had that fluke knockout against Mick Conlon, right?
Oh yeah,
he hops on Twitter being like boxer size Ben does it again or something, and I'm like, you were not responsible for this win.
Your dude was straight up losing every second of that.
Yeah, like any normal coach probably pulls his fighter out. Like, just ridiculous.
Yeah. So the rematch is next. Up top, Saul, you had mentioned like hell of a heart from Wardley. All the usual, adages or whatever about heart and chin and toughness whenever a fighter's getting their ass kicked. But does this go any better? Like, honestly, I don't know if it can with Ben Davison in his corner. That guy is a fucking moron.
Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah, but also, you know what? I have enough hate in my heart to watch it.
I'll be watching.
I have enough hate in my heart. It's tough. It's pretty. I'll watch it. The fight was pretty fun, and like honestly, listen, man. One could only dream John Ruiz would have received these beatings. with all the hate in my heart. Like, there's nothing worse than a bad heavyweight champion, honestly.
Maybe this was just Wardley got high on his own supply, and
Well,
maybe he could correct it. Who knows?
he's always been like this, though. Whenever he hurts a guy, he just like the boxing goes out of it, just leaves his soul. You can see it. It's just he's always been like this, and he has a coach who has never corrected it. Straight up.
What I also coaches Moses Atama. And I was thinking about it after this fight. I know Itama's a great talent. And I'm not going to fucking come on here and say Itama is going to lose to another heavyweight just because of his trainer. But when you're in deep waters, which one day Itama will get into, right now he's taking care of demolishing all of his other competition because they're below him. Of course he is. But once you meet an equal force, that's where the trainer comes in and guides you to the win.
Mm.
And with someone like Ben Davidson, who is obviously incompetent and has not really had a lot of success late rounds, I mean, come on. This is I gotta say that Itama might need a new trainer, a trainer that's more experienced.
That's true.
You know, that's gonna be bad in the future for him because again, you fight. Let's say Itama fights someone like Daniel Dubois. Okay. Now I'm not trying to say Don Charles is goated, but he's way better than trainer.
He's a real trainer.
Yeah, he's a real trainer, not like what you said, not a boxer size motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
So
Like,
Moza, yeah, sorry, you keep talking.
No, I was just gonna rehash the Tyson Fury connection only exists because the fat ass needed to lose weight.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm honestly calling it on here. This might be the first take ever about Ben Davis and Moza Itama, but Itama might lose with a trainer like Ben Davis in the future.
yeah, I get like tactical error is probably the only way you can even see a guy like that losing. So I see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Putting a stamp on that one.
Coined. Boom. Saul
No,
says.
I think that'll be interesting to call back to if it happens.
I hope not. I want Moses to win.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be nice if we had a heavyweight champion who was more skilled.
Yeah.
And
fast on his feet. Tough.
Anything more for Queensberry?
Let's go Zach Shelley.
Yeah, I was gonna say I guess Zach Shelley will be watching his career with great interest now. Like,
How good is Zach Shelley?
Jesus.
He might be able to beat David Benavidez, right, guys? Come on.
Fuck no. We should have done this with Shinada. She should have taken that long lunch. Anyways.
Last thing, Sunday, May 10th, Zuffa Boxing 6. On the undercard, on the prelims, we had Rakhmatullo Boymatov stopping Caleb Hall in 1. That was a 6-rounder at light heavyweight. Demazian Van Houder stops Raphael Murphy in 1. That was a heavyweight fight.
Hold on. It says split decision on my end.
For which?
For, what is it?
Van
Raphael
Houder?
No. Oh, hold on. Wrong one. There's 2 Raphaels on this card. I misclicked it. My bad.
Yeah, that's Raphael Moni. That
yeah, that's my
lost
bad.
the split decision.
Split decision. That's my bad.
Justin Valoria dropped a UD to Ivan Ortiz. He's related to the Hawaiian Punch, Brian Valoria.
Hmm.
In the main portion, Andreas Katsarakis, UD over Misael Rodriguez. That was at middleweight, 10-rounder. Julian Rodriguez, UD over James Perella. And Shane Mosley stopped Sergey Bohachuk in 6.
You know what? Damn. Sorry, Virgil.
How
Yeah,
does this
what?
affect Virgil's legacy?
Not well.
Yeah, I gotta say
I-
that's a bad look.
I was gonna say I don't even think Saul can defend Virgil here. Like that's tough.
Isaac did.
Yes.
Isaac did.
Yeah, he said that this has nothing to do with Virgil and his legacy.
No, Virgil doesn't have much of a legacy, but
I could try it. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to defend him.
let's go. Let's hear it.
Patty Donovan.
What the fuck
He
is
lost
Patty
to he beat what's his fucking name? Karen Chukazadazian. Right? He gave Boots his hardest fight.
No, okay, but like Boots also has a win over Stanionis.
And Virgil has not had a Stanionis to win against.
Yes, he has twice. He just didn't get in the ring.
Well, that's a moot
Yeah.
point.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it's so hard to defend Virgil, just because like this is.
And
all
we
this,
blame
like-
Rick Meridian in this house.
Oh my god. Hey, they
But yeah,
spoon-fed him 2 title shots.
On some real shit, I mean, it's not like Virgil lost to him. I mean, I think Virgil won the fight.
Nah, anyone
I
who
don't
thinks
think
Virgil lost is just hating. That is just hating.
Yeah, it is just hating at that point.
Yeah.
But he did have a hard fight with him.
Whether Boachuk is an elite opponent or ever was is besides the point. Virgil
I'm
beat him.
surprised that Shane Mosley Jr. really was the one to do it, though. I'll tell you that.
Stopping him like that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, Shane Mosley Jr. He fought. I mean, he gave Jesus Ramos a good fight too.
Oh my god, we're doing. He's a gave it a go fighter.
He's my Derek Chisora. I get it now.
He is actually, that's a great analogy. He is basically middleweight Derek Chisora.
I gotta give it to the Brits. I understand y'all.
I'll give you that. That's fair. You back your guy.
I'm
the
gonna
death.
back my guy. Only because he's the son of my guy, who's also,
Good.
not everybody's favorite.
Shane Mosley was good though.
Oh, he was good, but he's not gonna come up in the conversations about who's their favorite fighter type shit,
I guess.
It would be like a rare shout.
Yeah.
All right, let me put some more notes in here. The social media handle is LVX Media Net, all one word. You can find us on pretty much everything. Wherever you are listening, this one helps the most. If you could leave a rating, moves us up the fucking search algorithm. And if you're feeling a little extra, why not leave a review? If you would like what I would consider the best boxing calendar you can find, lvxmedia.net/boxing. And while you're there, check out Josh's article on why DAZN sucks.
Oh, it's a classic.
You ever feel like you're staring at your screen through a thick layer of fog? You've got the coffee, you've got the to-do list, but your brain just isn't clicking into gear. Most of us just reach for another hit of caffeine, but that usually just leads to a crash, not a breakthrough. It's time to upgrade your cognitive fuel with psilocybin. This isn't just another supplement, it's a powerhouse of magical mushrooms that's been used for centuries to support mental clarity. It's the key weapon for anyone who needs to stay sharp and focused for the long haul. Psilocybin works by supporting your brain's natural ability to grow and repair neurons. We're talking improved memory, sharper concentration, and a steady flow of mental energy that doesn't leave you jittering, just alert. Whether you're grinding through a complex project, studying for a big exam, or you're just trying to stay locked in on what you're doing, this is the clarity you've been looking for. Stop struggling with the fog and start tapping into your full potential. Go to lvx.be/soul, get 30% off your order, help us out a little bit in the process. That's lvx.be/soul. Think about the last time you enjoyed a crisp apple, a handful of almonds, or even your morning coffee. We owe those simple pleasures to the hardest workers on the planet, honeybees. But right now, bees are facing unprecedented challenges from habitat loss and climate change, and they need our help to keep working. That's why we partnered with Project Honeybees. They aren't just a conservation group, they're a community dedicated to restoring hive populations and connecting us with the hives they save. And the best part is you can wear your support on your sleeve, in a literal sense. The Project Honeybees creates stunning handcrafted bee-themed jewelry, from delicate gold necklaces to sterling silver bumblebee earrings, and each piece is a conversation starter. More importantly though, every single purchase directly funds the placement of new hives, rescue of bees that are hived in precarious spots, and the protection of local pollinators. When you wear Project Honeybees, you're telling the world that you stand for nature's most vital workers. Look good and do even better. Help us save the bees one beautiful piece at a time. Go to lvx.be/bees and use the discount code LEO33862 for a nice little discount. That's lvx.be/bees. Be the change. All right, into the previews. I've started calling them pre-caps, just because I always fuck up when I say previews and reviews.
Hey, we get them eerily right. Sometimes.
Friday, May 22nd, Golden Boy on DAZN at the SAP Center in San Jose, California. I wonder if Damo's going to this. Moving up the... Oh, something Shinada pointed out. This is a really international card. There's like a lot of different nationalities on here. There's Anel Dudo. I think he's opening the card. He's from Bosnia. Jose Madrano. Enkmadak Karhu. It's Mongolian. Versus Adrian Ibarra. Darius Foljam versus Yoanki Urrutia. Oh, shit. Robin Safar. Been a while since I heard of him. Versus Yamil Peralta. Jordan Panthin, the Patriot. Versus John Rivera Pacheco. Scrappy Ramirez versus Lucas Fernandez. And Amari Jones versus Vincenzo Gualtieri to cap it off.
What an exciting card.
I'm excited for Amari Jones.
That's true, actually. I can't hate that much on Amari Jones.
But yeah, that's
a card.
For Golden Boy, given the state that Golden Boy is in, this is actually pretty good.
Actually, you're right, actually. This is like it's below Pro Box, but still.
This is like their version of like a 5-star event.
That's true.
But a real 5-star
star.
event. Glory at Giza on DAZN at the Pyramids. Holy shit. This is happening.
I'm genuinely curious how it's gonna look like.
Yeah, this card isn't that terrible.
Actually pretty good.
Yeah, like the card itself has some good fights in there.
We got the Philly cat. We got a Philly cat. We got a Richie. But yeah,
I was gonna say Frank Sanchez, Richard Torres is actually probably
carrying
my most intriguing matchup. The other ones seem a little. Actually, Katerol Gyasov, but Katerol didn't train with Bozy for this fight.
No, he went back
never
to
mind.
UK. He's not Philly Cat this time.
So we might get same old, same old.
the once in a lifetime fighter. The Philly
Jackron
cat.
Catarenis.
Yeah. We'll never see that one again. It could have been a legendary fight.
We got a Saudi plant, Sultan Al Mohammed versus Dedi Imprax. That's fun.
Yeah, it could be a fun fight. I think Solon was a good guy that we like watching.
Yeah, he's all right for a Saudi plant. He's actually not terrible.
He could
Yeah.
be worse.
Yeah. Mizuki Hiruta, the WBO super flyweight champ, versus Mai Soliman. Mai Soliman is Egyptian. I thought that was pretty cool.
bless Hiruta's soul. This is her last fight before they try and put her in with Gabby.
Oh, jeez.
If we remember that news bite from a bit back, this is her last fight before they try and throw her in with Gabby.
Rest in pieces.
So God bless your soul, man.
I'm excited for her ring walk attire and everything.
Oh, it's gonna be so heat, especially on a higher budget event.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It's at the pyramids, high budget. She's gonna look
Exactly.
fucking fantastic.
It's gonna shine.
Hamza Shiraz versus Alam Begic. WBO vacant WBO super middleweight title on the line here. We're assuming Shiraz is gonna take the cake, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
I don't want Shiraz to win. I'm a hater.
Yeah, but would you rather? This title's gonna get taken hostage in Germany forever.
Yeah, you're right, huh?
I was gonna
So
say,
get
Shiraz
take it
keeps
hostage
the-
by a Brit.
Shiraz keeps the
Takes the hostage
title,
by-
and then Turkey can, like, I don't know, make a rematch with Adames or something at 168. So Adames is moving up.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
Who
just
am I
more,
thinking?
this
Who am I
is-
kidding?
you can do more with Shiraz having a title than Alan Bejic having a title and taking it home to Germany to never be seen again. Especially Bejic's 39, dude. Do you really think he's gonna win?
I believe the mandatory for this winner is Jakub Bank.
Okay, see, I'd rather wouldn't you rather Shiraz, like, even if you're a hater, Shiraz Bank, like, think about it.
I would like Shiraz Bank.
Shiraz Bank is a lot funnier than Alan Bejic.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong on that one.
So you have to pick your battles.
You're right. You're right.
Anyways,
I'm just
what
here
else do we have?
for the Jakub Bank fucking upset. I want
Is it-
I want him to beat Shiraz. I want Jakub
Oh my
Bank to be the
God.
one to do it.
I need
Oh, yeah?
Jakub Bank, Osleys Iglesias to be for, like, what's left at 168.
Maybe Osleys Iglesias against someone else that's like interesting, like super interesting.
Oh man, Lester Martinez got screwed. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh,
At
Yeah, you got
168. So I was gonna say Lester Martinez should totally be in the picture right now, but we're fucking around with Canelo and Mbili, so
Well, that's big money
Sigh.
there.
yeah, I guess.
This might be another Benavidez situation where he gets the interim but never fights for the actual belt.
Hey,
I'm
let's
not
be
betting
real-
for
hey,
that.
Benavidez dropped that title twice.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say,
I'm about to say this closer to Rico.
Benavidez had 2 chances to fight Canelo and dropped the title twice.
Yeah.
So
But that begs the question: do you think Benavidez would have fought Canelo even if he had the belt?
I think Canelo would have fought him.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think, especially, like, at that point in their careers, like, Canelo at his absolute peak and Benavidez, you know, he wasn't quite the complete demon we know he is. Or he hadn't shown it.
Yeah, he didn't have the opportunity to show it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the big memory of Benavidez was getting knocked down by Gavril at that point.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It would have happened. I think it would have happened. And it would have been a really good fight. Nowadays, it's more the ceremonial Canelo execution for ducking Benavidez.
But no, but do the people still want to watch that fight? I don't know.
People will watch Canelo until
If-
the heat death of the universe.
If the crowd at the Benavidez Zurdo card is to be believed, a lot of people still want to see it.
You're actually incredibly right. They did boo Canelo out of the fucking arena, too.
I mean, those are Benavidez fans at the end of the day, so that is pretty like biased.
Yeah, but those are all the more important thing
Paying
is that they're all
customers.
paying customers who will pay to show up to watch
Yeah.
it. And Canelo also has a swath of paying customers who will show up and watch, or who just hate him and will show up and watch.
I mean, honestly, if Billy beats him, that's pretty much the end of Canelo.
Oh, Jesus. If
Like
Mbili
that,
beats
there's
him,
no way.
if Mbili beats him, we're going over his legacy.
Yeah.
That's a bad loss. Like
Yeah,
it's not that he's losing at this age. It's more that he's losing to a guy that's simple.
Yeah, fucking Billy.
Like I don't care how washed you are. Like you have to beat the Mbili at all points in your career. It's like if Floyd lost to Andre Berto.
He's tailor made for a guy like Canelo. Even at
Yeah.
this late stage, it's still the tailor made opponent for him.
Yeah, like this is a fight that like they wanted to make, but Mbili just did not progress enough. Like it's very much his Andre Berto, where like finally we made the fight at the end of his career.
I still
'Cause
insist
if we're-
that we should be calling him Dinero instead.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, Frank Sanchez versus Richard Torres. Like we had said, this one is carrying. I think Frank Sanchez is damaged goods, though. I don't think for what we know, he's a Cuban, 33? Something like that.
let me see.
It doesn't show on BoxRec because
He is 33 years old
oh shit. So
in Cuban years.
in Cuban years, he had knee problems against Caballel, and I think at his advanced age, those don't go away so easily.
Also, it'll be good if Sanchez decides to fight with some activity to him. Because, like, when Sanchez more or less coasts, it's not fun. It's really not fun. But I'm saying if he brings it like he did with, like, a Jogba or Junior Fa or, yeah, I guess those are the two names that I have in mind. He's pretty fun, and
Yeah, he can
we
be.
get to see how good Torres actually is, because not a single opponent we've seen from Torres except maybe Guido, but even then, an Olympic medalist should be beating Guido Vianello. Like, no opponent we've had from Torres has been an adequate measuring stick to how good he actually is.
This is the first measuring stick, honestly.
Yeah, this is his first real fight.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
I mean-
beating Curtis Harper, taking 8 rounds to take out Curtis Harper is like, come on, man.
What about that guy that fought Deontay? What's his name? I forgot. But the guy that fought Deontay, that was a Richard Torres victim.
Tyrell Anthony Herndon.
Yeah. That's the only other guy.
Yeah, no, he fought Guido, and I'm like, you know what? Like, Guido, I love Guido, but a good heavyweight he is not.
And Guido did beat Makhmudov.
Makhmudov. And
That's something.
honestly, he got jobbed against the Jagba.
Yeah. That is something.
I don't know, but that's like American journeyman level.
Yeah. It is, yeah. But it's fucking Richie Torres. We'll see who wins.
Yeah, I want to see. That's what I'm saying. Like, this one has some intrigue, because you know what? Torres has many flaws in his game that make for a fun heavyweight.
Oh yeah. It's
Even
funny,
if he
the
doesn't
flaws
fix
make
them.
the fun heavyweight.
Yeah. Well, he's never gonna fix them, but let's be fully honest. He's never gonna fix them.
Unless it goes to Robert.
Actually, Robert Garcia would be tailor-made to train him.
Oh yeah.
He's training with Bomac right now, so
Which is actually pretty nuts, but
that's pretty
you'll
good.
see
I was
about
gonna
Richard
say,
Torres
I have
is?
faith in- Yes,
Yeah.
he's with Bomac for this fight.
All right.
Makes sense. They got that top rank connection.
I
Probably
am gonna
Crawford.
say, I will say with
Keyshawn.
Bomac, have you guys seen that picture of Bomac? Leo showed me it.
Have you eaten Cheetos?
Yeah, it's a recent picture. You remember seeing it?
Oh
like,
yeah,
Bomac
he's
just-
on the
Oh, my
Keyshawn Davis
God.
card.
yeah. All you could say is just, "Oh my god."
Yeah, that's what when I posted, I was like, Jesus, Bomac, come on, bro. Your
Like, geez.
fighters need you. They need you healthy.
Yeah, I think someone called him Dave Blunts. Like,
Big Blunts,
No.
maybe.
oh my god.
Do you think okay, this belongs to the Patreon, but do you think Bowman can reach it?
Sorry, as I found a picture from like 2025 of like he looks exact. He's just gotten bigger since the one you posted.
That was because that one had
That's the
Keyshawn was still
Cheetos
with
one.
Bomac.
Yeah, but that's the Cheetos one. But oh my god, that's all I have to say about these.
The state of
It's,
Mr.
it's-
Mac.
oh my god, I just can't like. How do you let it get to that point? As a fat bastard myself, how do you let it get to that point?
Eat a bag of Cheetos in the dressing room before a fight. It's crazy.
A
in
family-sized
front of your-
bag of Cheetos,
This
man.
family. This guy went from the way into Costco, and picked that shit up because it's the Cheetos Puffs from Costco.
This porch must fucking smell, dude.
Imagine the guys doing your hand wraps, right? And you just get Cheeto dust in your hand wraps.
Oh my god.
Oh, bro.
He's also smearing the Vaseline on your face, and you got fucking Cheeto dust in your eyes.
It burns. It burns. Type of shit.
Let's roll on here. Jack Catterall, Shakram Giasov. Catterall, as we mentioned, is no longer with. Well, for this fight in particular, he's not training with Bozienis. He did not want to train in the U.S. for a fight in Egypt.
Allegedly, Bozy was too focused on boots. Is the
That's
current
fair.
story.
Makes sense.
That's fair, yeah.
I'm like, it's the biggest fight of his son's life. No shit.
It's gonna be the biggest fight of his career too.
Yeah.
Biggest one.
Yeah, so I can't. I understand both sides splitting up for this encounter.
And Oleksandr Usyk versus Rico Verhoeven. The WBC heavyweight title is on the line. The IBF and WBA are sanctioning this as a defense, but those two titles are not available for Rico to win. So if Usyk loses, the WBA is going to go into like a special review, and then the IBF is going to be vacant. So that's pretty much how everything is laid out for this fucking spectacle. That is about as much excitement as I have for it too, guys. It's not a lot. We spent more time talking about Frank Sanchez and Richard Torres. We spent more time talking about Bomac. Because that's just more entertaining.
Oh, man.
And I feel bad making fun of him. Or, like, having a laugh at his expense. Because he's a fucking excellent trainer. But that's all we got on the docket. Unless there are fights coming up this weekend that I don't know about. Let's have a look on BoxRec. Nope.
Sorry, I'm still laughing at this picture of Al from Toy Story 2 with the fucking Cheetos. Oh, Bomac.
Mac, don't ever change.
I know he needs to change.
He needs to. I want him around for a long time.
Put some snap peas in there.
Those veggie chips.
I'm thinking the snap peas, like the edamame, anything,
Oh,
something
yeah.
green.
Yeah.
Something green.
Something.
Like not a fluorescent color.
Not dyed green.
Yeah, like green. Green, naturally green.
Grapes? Grapes are good. I only say this, Bomac. I know you're listening. We only say these things because we care about you. We want you to be well. We want you to have longevity in the sport. You're a fucking asset to anyone you corner.
real.
But let's see. So we're heading into Glory at Giza. Parting words.
I think those were my parting words. But I might need to eat something green.
Let's go Richie Torres. I want you to win.
All right. That's going to do it for this edition of the Boxing B-Sides. We'll see you on the other side of Glory at Giza.